Right, hey guys, thanks for joining me for WLBT First Alert Weather Plus on this Monday. We've gotten some preliminary storm reports in from the National Weather Service offices in both Jackson and New Orleans. I know I mentioned New Orleans because the National Weather Service office in New Orleans are actually the overseers of Walthall County and Pike counties, where we had an EF4 tornado pass through. So on Saturday during our coverage, there was a tornado emergency issued, and that was for what wound up being an EF4 tornado. Again, it moved through southeastern parts of Pike County and then made its way up through Walthall County on the western side of Tylertown. And that had peak winds of 170 miles per hour. An EF4 storm was 35 miles long. These are still preliminary reports, and there are areas of damage that the National Weather Service will continue to look at. There were 3 deaths from this storm, unfortunately, and it was on the ground for almost an hour as it moved through the county. Then we had 140 mile per hour winds and EF4 tornado follow a very similar path. It was only 15 miles long, but caused just as much damage. And that was on the ground for about 20 minutes. Now, again, these are preliminary reports, and these storms did continue out into Marion County and eventually into parts of Smith County, as well as Jeff Davis County. So the National Weather Service office in Jackson is likely to pick that back up and continue those tracks. And they have actually already begun to survey those areas as well. And they've found multiple EF2 tornadoes from Saturday and 2 potential EF3 tornadoes as well. So very strong storms that passed through as expected. And unfortunately, we did have 6 deaths across the state from those storms. Now, here's some good news for you, is that we don't have anything that looks nearly like that in this first alert forecast, at least for this work week. We are going to be tracking a potential system moving through here on Wednesday, and that will bring us a few scattered showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms possible, especially in areas north and east of the metro. Then as we head into the end of the week, it'll be a little bit cooler but dry. Early into your weekend, a few scattered showers are going to be possible from a system that just kind of barely scrapes us heading into early Saturday morning. That should not impact your plans too much. I know a lot of you are planning to most likely go to the St. Patty's Day parade on Saturday. It looks like we're going to be mostly dry for the weekend. But Sunday, we're going to be tracking a system as it starts to build into the west, and then late Sunday night into early Monday morning, we could potentially have more stormy weather across central Mississippi. So I do want to bring you the first alert here. That next system could potentially bring us some severe storms. We're going to be watching it closely. There is already a level 2 out of 5 risk issued for Sunday night into early Monday for the northern half of the state, where again we could see some strong to severe storms capable of producing some damaging wind or some hail. We can never rule out a tornado, especially as we get into spring severe weather season. So we'll keep a close eye on this. It does not look to be nearly as organized as the system that moved through this past weekend. But otherwise, I would say your weekend weather is going to be mostly good to go. If you're headed out again to the St. Patty's Day parade on Saturday, really pleasant conditions, plenty of sunshine for you, mid 70s. Again, some scattered showers early in the morning. We'll keep an eye on that too, because I know a lot of you are planning to do that. And then Sunday, I've got iffy in here for you, but it looks like those storms aren't going to be here until very late. It may even be after sunset. So most of your Sunday going to be good to go as far as outdoor plans as well. We're getting into spring and spring season. Lots of people wanting to get out and do some gardening, wanting to get out and just do some outdoor activities. They should be good to go for this weekend. Now, speaking of gardening, we do have potential for some patchy frost getting you out the door on Friday morning. So if you've already planted, especially if you live in areas along or east of I-55, I would plan on covering anything that's sensitive to getting a little bit of frostbite before we get to Thursday night, because Thursday night into Friday morning, temperatures are going to drop down to the lower mid 30s. This could potentially be our last frost of the season. On average, we usually see our last frost at around the middle of March. So that's where we're at. And that could potentially be it for us. It's definitely not feeling frosty out there right now. Here's the view from our first alert sky cam in Monticello. We've had plenty of sunshine today, a really beautiful, calm day for you. Winds are going to pick up out of the south through the overnight tonight, and they'll gust at about 15 to 20 miles an hour, bringing us some more warmth and some more moisture for your Tuesday. 71 here in Jackson right now. We made it to 72 today, nice low 70s, but we're expecting upper 70s or even low 80s by tomorrow and Wednesday. Remember, some scattered showers Wednesday, and I do have your first alert too. It's going to be really windy Wednesday, up to 45 mile per hour gusts Wednesday afternoon. With that system pushing through, that's going to leave us cooler on Thursday by a lot. Upper 50s, low 60s for the start of spring, but we warm up quickly heading into the weekend. And remember, mid and upper 70s expected for both Saturday and Sunday. So some better news in our first alert forecast for you getting into the rest of this week. We're going to keep an eye on that system Sunday into Monday. And again, we're waiting on more reports from the National Weather Service offices in Jackson and New Orleans to get you some more information on those storms from this past weekend. But it looks like the strongest one in our area for now was that EF4 in Walthall County. And our team has been down there all day covering the damage and getting in touch with the people who were impacted by those storms. So we'll have more information for you coming up later tonight at 10 o'clock. Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts will be back in the studio. He'll also be on Fox 40 News at 9. And we'll have more updates for you coming up tomorrow as well. Starting early in the morning, our morning show kicks off at 4:30 a.m. until 7. And then you can catch me and Dave back here at 2:30 and 6:30 on our streaming platforms tomorrow. And I'll be on WLBT News at noon and at 4 o'clock on your Tuesday. Have a good rest of the day.